What causes form to change? The intelligence behind it. Is there nothing in the universe, then, but life, thought, and form? These are all. What is meant by mental conception? All things are produced by thought. The thing produced from mind is first formed in thought. Thought molds mind into form. But do we not have to act? We cannot think without acting. An inactive body is the result of an inactive mind. In using our creative powers, how far do we have to consider the conditions under which we live? We do not have to consider them at all. Conditions are the result, the effect, and not the cause. We create them as fast as we think. How would a person start to change conditions? By first changing thought, and by realizing that we are not dealing with an illusion, but with the great reality. Then by acting as though we already have what we think. How long would it take to do this? As long as it would take to let go of all negative thought and embody all positive thought. This would depend entirely upon the individual and his mental ability to control thought. What would hinder us the most? Ourselves. No one gives to us but ourselves, and no one takes from us but ourselves. Can no one else help us? Only to a limited degree. While we may be helped by those who understand the law for a time, yet sooner or later we must ourselves take the creative responsibility of our own lives. Others may think for us for a few moments a day, but we think for ourselves all the time. But does not God help us? Yes, God helps us all, but must do it through law. Quote, all's love, yet all's law. Unquote. How should we pray? By giving thanks that we already have that thing that we pray for, by completely believing and by never doubting. When ye pray, believe that ye have received, and ye shall receive. We must be sure that in no way shall we think, act, or talk, or read about limitation. We must all be a law unto ourselves. Definitions. God. Infinite spirit, self-knowing mind, life, truth, intelligence, love, all cause and all effect. That invisible power which makes all things out of itself, by an inner action of its own thought upon itself. The visible universe. The idea is of God in expression, the body of God, expression of the divine mind. All visible life is an expression of an inner concept. Law. Mind in action. Law is not cause, it is effect. It is intelligence operating. All law is universal. Vibration. Not intelligence, but the result of intelligence. It follows cause. Thought. The activity of mind. Man. A thinking center in mind. Creation. Thought becoming form. The Immaculate Conception. Sin. Lack of understanding. Righteousness. Spiritual understanding. Sickness. Image of thought held in mind appearing on the body. Health. The realization of perfect life. Poverty. Limited thought. Riches. The realization of our unity with life, which is limitless. Consciousness. The realization of the fact that we are. Life. Consciousness of power and activity. Truth. that which is. Realization, an inner thought process whereby we become conscious of our unity with life. Absolute, complete self-knowing. Causation, God, Spirit, life, that which is. Intelligence, that which knows that it is. Unfoldment, the birth of ideas coming forth from mind. Illusion, belief in two powers. Soul, the inner creative life, the feminine, receptive, creative. Sense, not an illusion, but the faculties through which we contact life in its expression. Motion, the inner activity of life producing manifestation. Effect, the result of inner motion. The word, the activity of thought. Faith, positive mental activity. Fear, negative mental activity. Attraction, the drawing power of thought. Unity, one mind flowing through all and in all. Objective, life in its outer form. Subjective, life in its inner thought or form. Karma, the law of cause and effect, the result of past thought and action binding the ignorant and freeing the wise. Multiplicity, the bringing forth from the one of an infinite variety of form, color, and motion. Treatment, the mental and spiritual activity of thought for a definite end. Demonstration, the result of correct thinking. Heaven, the atmosphere of correct thought. Hell, the atmosphere of false thinking. Peace, mind resting in the realization that it is all. Poise, an inner calm which never fears. Power, the result of the union of peace and poise. The end.